what's up everyone? Pastor JAMZ here back with another review, and today we're reviewing the latest album by Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft. A quick note before I get into the review. I noticed that in some of my most recent videos, I've seen that sometimes it kind of freezes and like the video quality becomes choppy in a way. I think it's my phone. It's getting kind of up there in terms of years. I'm getting a new job soon. Hopefully, I get a new phone soon as well. But anyways, I'm just know that I am aware of that. I'm looking into that. Anyways, Billie Eilish, her latest album, 22-year-old Billie Eilish from Los Angeles, California. And I'll even add her brother as well, Phineas, since he's a big part of her music. I'll get more into that later. Phineas, 26-year-old, also from Los Angeles, California. This album, her third full-length studio album, just released this past Friday on May 17th, 2024. We're looking at 10 tracks and 43 minutes. I am a fan of Billie Eilish. I enjoy her music. This one is my sister is also a huge fan. This review is actually dedicated to her. Shout out to you, even though she didn't like it as much as I did. But nonetheless, a little spoiler. But anyways, I was looking. I don't really take album covers into account and like judge album covers. I mean, I'll appreciate a good album cover here and there, but if it's like a whatever thing or like a trash cover, I mean, I don't necessarily dock or add points to my review is what I'm saying. However, when I did see the album cover, I do try to get an idea of what to expect, considering I didn't hear her lead up single, which was Lunch, I believe. And anyways, I thought it was going to be much like her first album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Not really like her last album that came out in 2022, which made my top 10 list. Um, and I really enjoyed it, gave it an 8.5, happier than ever. And I was excited to hear what she was going to be coming out with, considering that she was with the lead singer of The Neighborhood. I don't know if they're together still, considering that, I mean, the songs that I hear on this thing, which is fine. I mean, it's whatever. It's none of my business. Frankly, no one else's business unless she puts it in her music. But, I mean, the whole thing, shocking to me, honestly. I was shocked to hear that her and Phineas have yet come together to make another amazing album together. And that's just amazing about music, the chemistry between two people. Just because, I mean, they're related. He's her older brother. But even at that, I mean, that just adds so much more to the depth and the chemistry of the artistical like power between them two, and the amazing ideas and concepts they come up with each other. They help come up with each other. And yeah, he's made his own music before, but I can really see how he mentors her in a way, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's great to. Obviously, she is the star of the show, but I feel like behind the scenes, they really do collab on and don't really see each other like, oh, you're below me or she's above me. No, like they're on the same level, same page, and that's awesome. I love seeing that. And amazing production from Phineas. I gotta say, the whole thing from start to finish. I mean, you got tracks on here like Skinny, Wildflower, and The Greatest, and that are more slowed down. You got a bit more of a slow, steady tempo that's like a little bit electronic, but you also have a beautiful violins, beautiful acoustic guitars that are very, very soothing to the ear that go along with Billie Eilish's vocals, who, might I add, I on my first listen, I was like, well, I mean, not really expanding her vocals or her abilities, but oh my god, I think it was The Greatest, track number 6, that really showed me. I was like, whoa, okay, okay, made me eat my own words. And number 10 as well, Blue, is such amazing. Starts off very soothing and very bittersweet, which is funny considering track number 9 is called Bittersweet. But then it just goes, she expands her vocal abilities and goes really deep, dark toned, and then boom, hits ends off the whole album and the whole track with these beautiful, amazing, high-pitched vocals that are not necessarily something that are going to come out of left field for diehard fans. You still hear that, like, that deepness in her voice. Not saying that she sounds like a fucking dude or something, but what I'm saying is it's not going to be like, whoa, that's too much, or the autotune's crazy, or anything like that. Or like, oh, that doesn't sound like her. Not at all. And I do have to say, in terms of the and more, I'm talking more of the production here. The other side of things, I am so excited that they tried a more experimental approach, even though they've kind of dibble dabbled with this sound before. I'm talking about electro slash dance pop music, and it's not to the point where it's like generic or cheap and tacky. No, Phineas went above and beyond in this freaking thing. I'll tell you. The track Lunch, which I'll get to in a minute. Birds on a Feather. Oh my god, I love that track. I love that track. It's like a hit song that would come out in, or like a underground hidden gem song that would come out in a rom-com movie in the like mid to late 2000s. And hey, I enjoy a good rom-com movie. Anyways, back on topic. Uh, uh, the diner is really great as well. It's probably the most outlandish and probably out there, like, experimental track on this thing, I would say. Track number 8, the diner, and I like it. I enjoy it, and it transitions well into track number 9, bittersweet, opening up with those really intense the synthesizer sound keys, but it also ends in like a more droned out synthesizer keys, and just kind of like, not necessarily beat switches is what Phineas is doing, but just experimenting, switching it up, kind of like you as a listener, if you're gonna listen to this for the first time and you hear these like changes in the middle of the song that are not necessarily saying that they're so subtle, they kind of gradually happen, and slowly they feed you these different sounds, not like boom stopping and then starting another one. You would be confused and be like, whoa, did the track end? Like, no, it's the same song. And I really enjoy that. However, I do have to get into my gripes and vices, if you will. I saw what's been happening with Melon Man, so, don't fucking kill me, alright? I like this album, but I do have some things to say. Please don't dislike. Nah, you could if you want. Um, so in terms of my vices, I gotta say the weakest track on here is number 2. It's Lunch. I'm sorry, y'all. And I've said this before, and I probably hinted to this before. I really dislike when artists, you know, like, they showcase their sexual stuff, but it's like in your face, and it's not just female artists. And if you're gonna even go there, okay, she does mention in various tracks that she has fallen in love with this girl or has broken up with this girl. Like, she is interested in both sexes, and I mean, guys and girls, which is fine. I don't care. My 2023 album of the year was Caroline Rose, The Art of Forgetting, and the whole album is about her getting over a breakup with a woman. Okay, so I don't care about that. That's none of my business. However, what I am trying to say is, she was trying to start up this. Billie Eilish was trying to start up this drama with. I think it was Vanity Fair asking her a question about this, and kind of like saying like, "Oh, they're trying to out me" or something like that. When you yourself you're talking about it. It's in your music. Not that it's anyone's business, but it's just a question. Maybe they were trying to find out if you're still with the lead singer to the neighborhood. And the track Lunch, I mean, I could eat her up and like stuff like that, and she's dancing on my tongue, and like she tastes so sweet, and I was like, hey now, I was like, what's going on there? But it's like in your face. Like, the other examples could even be, I'll give you even a male artist example. I Feel It Coming by The Weeknd. Oh my god, I can't stand that song. It's like, it's like so on the nose. It's in your face. It's being like pushed onto you is what I'm trying to say. And I've even made a review with Girl in Red, her first album. My whole gripe with the album was that she's pushing her count. I'm not even gonna go there. But if you want to go check out what I mean, go watch that review. I'll even link it in the description below. But it's just too much to me. Like even Vultures one that came out this year, I gave it a 6 because 90% of the album is just about sex and being with women and oh I got a bad bitch and stuff like that, and it gets old and it gets old fast. Plus, there's another reason why I don't like Lunch. And I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad track. It's not going to be on the worst. It's not going to be on the sour jams. It's just not a track for me. If it comes on, yeah, whatever. But to me, is the weakest one. And honestly, kind of disappointed that it's on here, considering that no other track on this thing is like that track. To me, it just seemed like an easy cash grab for a radio hit, and it is. Artists need to stop doing this. It's getting old, and it's an old tactic, and that many artists use, just because like you can see, oh, an artist makes a lot of album sales. Well, guess what? Just because of that one song, that one stereotypical radio hit that they try to push out, that's why the numbers are so huge. But like again, I'm not trying to rain on her parade or anything. I'm just saying, just you could have taken it out of the album. Like it has nothing to do with the album. Yeah, does it deal like with her talking about her sexuality? Okay, cool, whatever. Guess what? Wildflower and The Greatest also talk about that, and I don't have a problem with it. She actually does it in a very interesting way. She does it so not necessarily subtle, but she does it in a very artistical, very bittersweet, very somber way. It's not like in your face, like, hey, I like eating snatch and stuff like that. And like you know what I mean? Like, like I'm just keeping it real over here. All right. As a reviewer, you got to take risks. And at the end of L'amour de ma vie, the end of that track, as much as I've been like praising like beat switches and experimentation, the end of that track just sounds like a Barbie song, like the "I'm a Barbie girl." Like I'm sorry, it just sounds like that. It just sounds like that, seriously. But I mean, for the most part, I do gotta say that Billie Eilish has hit me hard and soft. Her third full length album. I know I'm going on 13 minutes here. I'm going to wrap it up real quick, giving it an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than her first album. However, I did not enjoy it as much as her last album, Happier Than Ever. As much as I had a little bit of a rant there, I mean, take it however you want. It's just my opinion. And I gave my reasons, and it's not derogatory or I'm not like discriminating or anything like that. And if you feel like I am, then comment down below. We'll have a conversation. But I'm not here to offend anybody. It's just my opinion. I just don't really like artists, doing that type of thing in their music. And like I said, it's not female artists. I gave an example to a male artist, and I think I applaud Billie for taking a risk in those two songs. And honestly, a risk in the noise in general. Everything was amazing, and with the electro dance pop, and then that really ambient sound and the other tracks. Kudos to her, and hopefully, y'all are looking for. That is the review. 8 out of 10. Billie Eilish hit me hard and soft. Hopefully, y'all are looking forward to the next review. Pass the jams out.